Welcome to this new episode about HTML course. In this new episode, I'll keep it brief because we are not going to see new topics or maybe a new HTML tags. The main idea in this video is share with you guys that the practice is the most important tool that you have or that should do take in serious if you want to improve in any other ability. So that is not on 100% related with HTML. Maybe if you try to study in other contexts, or if you try to make mobile apps, or if you want to be a liar or something like that, you know that the practice is so important. And in software development, the practice is easy because you don't have to make a surgeon, or you don't have to defeat, or well, you don't have to defend someone in a court. So take it easy. But I highly recommend that in each episode that you see, maybe it's important that you acquire the enough knowledge to say, well, to think, okay, I'm done with forms. Now I'm going to practice create forms, different type of forms, like, I don't know, work forms, or maybe medical appointment form or something like that. That is the idea. Because if you want to continue this course watching every single video, and if you don't waste any of your time trying to doing code on yourself, you are not going to learn, or you are not going to understand HTML, because the main idea is practice. Once you practice, you know, okay, this work and this not work. That is the difference. So it's something basic, but maybe most of the people think this, and I say that because I was just like that. I say, oh, this course is amazing, I'm going to continue be watching each episode, I'm going to take notes, but I didn't practice. And in some time I said, okay, I trying to, inside quotation mark, learn a lot. For example, Java, JavaScript, web development, Python, and well, I get in a specific moment when I said, okay, I don't know nothing about Python, and I just watched a course about, I don't know, 20 episodes, but I don't know how to write or code Python code because I didn't practice. Yeah, I see what are dictionaries, what are objects, or what are the main entry point of an app and of an Python application. But if you don't practice, you don't see, oh, okay, this is the correct way I should do this in the future, and I don't have, I shouldn't do this in other time, because, or in the future, because this not work, or at least in the way I learned this not work. So this is something easy to say, but yeah, please take a while and start to practice creating basic pages. We are talking about HTML, so it's not a big deal. Try to create your own blog. Doesn't matter if you can maybe create so advanced UIs workflow, or doesn't matter if you can make your website so beautiful, because it's not the time yet to see some advanced topics like CSS or JavaScript, even if you are newer in this. Because yeah, if you already know this, yeah, it's easy to say, okay, let's go to CSS and JavaScript. But if you are not 100% sure how form works, and that is easy to know, because if you don't practice about form, you don't know the 100 of the all kind of knowledge you know about forms. So I highly recommend, yeah, I highly recommend that, because it's something important. And maybe the practice is the basic for all or other kind of professions. So if in the future, when you will go to, I don't know, take an JavaScript course, also you have to practice JavaScript. You can't watch every single episode and say, okay, right now I know how class works, how function work, because if you think in that way, you don't know really. And I know why I told you this, because in some cases, once I get my first freelance work, I just get new knowledge that I didn't even know, because I didn't practice enough to say, okay, this is the way. So this is the way what we should do this specific element or this specific section. So yeah, maybe if you think HTML is not a big deal, CSS is more complex, or JavaScript more complex, please take that I don't know how to say this. Take that idea and just drop it from your head, because you are starting a big trouble about web development, and you have to know, or you must to know HTML enough to pass to the CSS. And in the CSS, you are going to spend more time, because yeah, if we try to be subject in this idea, yeah, CSS is more complex than HTML, and that's why you should know or you should feel comfortable with HTML to pass to the next challenge, that is CSS or JavaScript. This episode doesn't mean that the HTML course is end, because there are some topics that we don't cover yet. So the idea is try to make this course more, well, with more knowledge in this way. So yeah, maybe I just do this episode to say something that maybe for me is obvious, but for new people is like, oh, I'm pretty lazy, I don't want to practice, I just want to watch all the course, and later, inside quotation marks, later practice. And the majority of people never practice. So please take this video, practice, and once you feel comfortable with HTML, continue. So I hope this video was helpful, and see you in the next time. Bye bye. But I don't know if this, okay, the shortcuts are not working, so I have to stop recording just right there. Hey, bye bye.